All right, go ahead, Will.
Well, welcome back, everyone, to Nerds of Legend. Um, you handed it to me, but I don't know your
Oh,
guys' next discussion.
all right. I'll take the ball back.
Take it back. You've had your time.
So this week or next week we'll be covering our book Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse, and then the following week we'll be continuing to cover doing our Bedab Wars Part 2 on our Warhammer 40k saga.
Ooh.
Uh, Other than that, as always on Thursdays, well, we might have a schedule change coming up soon, but we'll let you guys know as things progress on that. Beyond that, I don't have any more announcements, but so, well, let's get in the recap.
Yes. So when we last left off for everyone, you were just leaving, well, technically on the way, to Astoria. You had decided, as that seemed to have two of your three labors. And a recap for those would be you are looking to claim the weapons of the Dragon Lords of old, light the fires of the Mithril Forge to create weapons to also aid you, and to drink from the horn of Balmitria to receive a vision that even the Oracle herself could not see. On the map we have right now, that is Astoria, which is where we will be picking up. But before we do that, I do want to give you guys a few moments to discuss and figure out what exactly you did with Brekka, the leader that you had of the Order of Sidon's guards that had actually kidnapped her.
I see. Um, Him and his like followers are all like kind of like hogtied right now, right? If I
Yeah,
remember.
there was him and one other guard. All the rest were dispatched.
And so I guess I would turn to Versi and I would say, we did capture some of those followers of Sidon upstairs. Is there something you would like us to do about that? They're trussed up
Um,
like turkeys right now. If I can believe in Akmos's knotcraft.
he's got the extra arms. Uh,
Six hands, you
I
get crazy, crazy knots you couldn't normally make.
Yeah.
I'm I'm not sure exactly. It's not my place. They have committed crimes, but I am not judge, jury, and executioner, and would not take that myself. But they did kill attendants, and I feel should be potentially punished. If you wanted to take them with you, um, I'm sure Pythor would be willing to deal out such justice if that is what you wanted to do. Otherwise,
I could leave them to the
I
mercy
wouldn't
of
say
your
anything
attendants.
if. One more time, what was that?
We could leave them to the mercy of your attendants, if that is what you choose.
She's. I. I don't think that they would really dirty their hands. If anything, they would just be let go. Though Proteus is quite upset over this whole escapade.
Shall I speak to
Um,
Proteus then?
uh, you may.
I'm gonna go to
Um,
him and be like, your oracle does not wish to take sides in this issue, but since you are the wrong aggrieved party in all of this debacle, is there something you would like done about these vermin?
I would like them to see justice, be it by your blade or another.
Very well. Give me a second. I don't know anything about it. Then I'm going to turn and I'm going to look at they're all like lined up, right? Or something or whatever.
It's just two of them, but yeah.
I'm going to say, I, Spiros Fos Diamanti, find you guilty of attempted murder of a religious figure, and the punishment for which is death. I'm just going to cut their heads off. Unless someone stops me.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna stop you.
I'm in war zone. I'm in war mode. I'm gonna fuck with these guys. So it's like,
do you like raise your blade like an executioner chop, like where it's just like over the head sort of thing?
Yeah.
I'm just going to like grab the back of it and like hold the like
casually.
Is there a reason you are preventing me from meting out justice, Mox? As is my burden as a Dragon Lord.
these criminals. They should be tried by an actual official.
As far as I can tell, we are in war.
Yeah, we've always been at war.
There is no jury. There is only the sword and court-martial.
I think what he's saying is times be a little bit different than when we were doing this. I think maybe we should slow down a little bit and maybe find the right person to judge these fellas. I'm also all for stabbing him in the heart, too. I mean, whatever's fine.
Akmos.
Hold the fuck up, don't we've got...
Since Brendan finds it funny.
Hold a second. Look, we've got the Oracle right here. Why can't she pronounce judgment? Max, what say you?
She said she wouldn't.
She said she
yeah,
wouldn't
but we could
pronounce
ask her.
judgment.
Maybe she could intervene on someone's behalf to get the right judgment.
Okay, here's an idea. DM, I would like to kneel in the temple, and I would like to pray.
Oh.
In fact, what I will do is I'm going to start. Let's see here. Is there anything around the temple that, like, they keep on hand for sacrificial rites or anything like that?
Yes.
Okay.
There would be like some livestock kept for that, and also potentially for them to eat.
Okay. I'm going to ask if, they would mind if, I, take one of these and, sacrifice it so that I may speak to the gods and so that they may give us their pronouncement of judgment.
That would be no problem, but unless you seek Sidon's judgment in this matter, I suggest maybe leaving the temple, doing it just outside.
Well,
Okay, I
fucking
can do
glad
that.
we asked questions. That could have turned dark really quick.
That would have been bad. That could have
That
been
would
bad.
have been real problematic, I think.
Yeah, I assumed as my character, he's just gonna meet out frontier justice as 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 a rightful lord, and just gonna be like, all right, I declare you guilty. So
In truth, Mox doesn't really have a problem with you doing that, but at the same time, he understands I think to myself that
There's
he
some
tries
decorum there.
Well, no, because the thing is, Mox is used to being a beast. He doesn't want to do that anymore, though.
yeah,
So he's trying really hard to hold on to
do things right.
essentially, his humanity almost,
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So they'll help you prepare it. Is there a specific god you are looking to contact, or is this a general? Maybe maybe you're excluding specific titans, but what are we looking at for the rites?
This is a ritual, and they can help me in the temple because I'm not super well versed in this sort of thing, but I'm looking to summon to conjure the judgment of the 5 gods.
Okay, so of the 5. Okay.
Of the 5, yes.
So yeah, they'll help you prepare that, and the basic gist is you're looking for either judgment or direction, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If it's just here, then whatever. I'm gonna let them do their thing. But if they give me a way in which I'm supposed to lead these people, then I will take them that way.
Okay. At that, Caitlin will actually try and help you perform the rites. As she's used to general practitioner, and it's gonna be a very basic intestinal reading and offering. So it's gonna get a little gory, she
Doing a
cuts
little
open the
vivisection
chicken.
here.
Yeah. She's gonna cut
Audrey's
open the
always
chicken
weird.
and attempt to read how the intestines spill out, which is fairly common practice. And she kind of looks at it for a little bit, and she's going to go, they all say justice needs to be issued. Because of the loss of life. But you're also given an opportunity with this. You currently have a bargaining chip. Brekka is not high in the order of Sidon, but high enough that he is a commander. Bring him with you, and use him as you see fit in the coming discussions. You would be given the ability to, when you get him to Astoria, that he will be held.
Okay.
But, that being said, both Vulcan and Mitros say slit their throats. They
we
both
have-
see that justice should just be delivered. But Valis and Kyra think you should weigh it in your own favor.
And my father?
He is currently tied up in other matters, but he believes justice should be swift.
Well, we have 2 prisoners.
But he would be willing to dish it out should you come.
We could do both, essentially. We could, execute the one and still bring Brecca as our bargaining chip. That's out of character.
Well, if Pythor wishes to mete out the justice, I see no issue with allowing it.
It would be one guy on foot. I'm pretty sure we could take care of him.
Yeah.
I mean, if
He's
I
gonna
have to understand, it sounds like if Pythor wants to be meting out the justice, we should take them both.
I agree.
It would also seem, through all channels, proper.
Yes.
Proper that we take him to Pythor ourselves.
Yes, as he is king of Astoria.
All right
It would be
then. Well,
through
I
the
got some
proper
rope
means
here.
of
Shall we start
justice.
tying these fuckers up?
Yeah, we'll tie him up with basically tie their hands up and just basically
Have
drag
him
them
walk.
along. Yeah, have them walk.
Yeah.
I can't.
Force
Do we
march.
have horses? I couldn't remember. No, we didn't because
We got. Do
You
we have
guys
like a
don't-
cart? Do we have like a cart or something?
You guys didn't say you took the cart?
Oh, I thought we did.
You just
Can we
robbed it
retcon
of
and
some
say we
things?
took a cart?
yeah,
Can we just say we have the cart now?
no, we didn't say it. So
Fuck. All right. Well, our poor planet. We're all walking, boys. Let's go.
Well,
Na-na-na-na-na-na.
with that then, you guys would have that nightmare you would experience and all the stuff I
Oh,
had covered
right.
at the very end. And you guys will be on the approach for Astoria.
Can you remind? Did you keep track of what happened to each of us?
Yeah, I'm the only
It
one who could do anything.
already has faded. So
I
it
think
doesn't
I was-
currently affect you guys.
I remember I was catatonic. Someone was laughing uncontrollably, and then Brian was fine.
He couldn't
Brian was babbling.
be understood, if I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's babbling uncontrollably.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, he beat me to it, darn it.
Yeah. All right. Well, it doesn't. I
So
guess it
yeah,
doesn't.
that was like just basically like in the middle of the night, you guys went to sleep and then woke up, or even if you stayed up, you became fine over it.
Yeah.
It was just short term. It was about 6 minutes each.
Yeah.
And so you see the settlement nested between the cliffs of a rocky gorge. The north wall to the town is part of a stone fortress, and it protects the town from dangers that might come from the steppes. Houses, taverns, and shops of all kinds sprawl down from the fortress, filling much of the gorge. The northern wall is defended by a legion of soldiers, while the south gate admits a steady stream of travelers and merchant caravans. The road that runs south from the gate is lined with tile-roofed inns.
And we're approaching the
as-
south gate.
Yeah, you guys are approaching from the south, and as you guys get closer and closer, roads start to meet, and more travelers start to move with. And as you're approaching the city from the south, you encounter a caravan of merchants who are headed towards Astoria. With them are some of the first domesticated creatures you've seen while walking through the countryside. Specifically, this is a herd of bony oxen lumbering along the dusty road. All of the merchants seem tired, but should you at all try to interact with them, they do seem friendly. That would be up to you. And yeah, you guys are walking into the city.
About how long have we been walking now? Like you said, 2 days, 3 days?
Yeah, this one was about 2 days.
Okay. Seapolis isn't going to be interested in talking to anybody. He's going to want to find a bath and a bed.
Okay.
I'm going to articulate that to everybody. If all of you don't be minding, I think I'd like to get cleaned up and maybe take a little bit of a sleep in a bed, preferably.
I was going to suggest we do something about our 2
Oh,
charges.
fuck, I forgot they were with us.
Yeah,
They've been surprisingly quiet. Oh yeah, I
They
forgot
have been
it.
super quiet.
I was gonna say I was gonna maintain like a poncho or something this whole time because I have no idea how well they would receive
Yeah.
guidance here at all.
Yeah.
So it might not be friendly.
You got like your arm, your bottom arm is like folded in.
Yo.
You happen to have the perfect rug that someone blew a large hole in.
Yeah.
Right. That's fucking... Is it still, like, wiggling around? Like, just laying there but twitching?
And occasionally it'll twitch.
Oh, see, I told you it was a good idea to take this thing.
Yeah, so like I'm just imagining like Akmos is just like walking with a hunch. He's got like his arms all like folded up except for the top 2. And
Can I like, put it over him like a poncho? And be like,
He said he was wearing it like a poncho.
oh, that's amazing.
I'll even say with how it
I'm going
rips,
to guess prestidigitation.
with minimal
on it before
effort, you can kind of like cover your head with it a little bit if you
Before
wanted.
we get in town, I'm going to do prestidigitation, get it
You're
as nice
still-
as possible.
Twice as tall as everyone, though.
also I'm
Oh,
going
pretty.
to also I want to gag the 2 guys with
Okay.
That's
Akmos'
a good idea.
socks.
Oh, that's gonna be enough material. It will smell quite terribly.
They're gagged and hooded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, it might be less weird if we just had him carry him. Like, run over his shoulder. We could be like, oh, bounty hunters, and just make it sound like... Then people ask a lot less questions.
Yeah, actually, I mean, if that's how it's happening, at least 5 of the people traveling along the road with you would have come up to you and asked.
Right, but nobody really
At least
questions a
once.
giant bounty hunter. There's like, oh, that probably shouldn't be fucking with that fella, don't you think? So, I mean, it's just an idea. Maybe have one of the 2 big guys, each one carry a person.
That's reasonable. We're both like workmen just porting some good or
Yeah.
trade, wrap it up.
Right,
in a
but
rug.
Just
you
wrap
both
it up
kinda
in the
look
rug.
Just wrap it up in a rug. Just put some straw
Right.
on the ends, so the feet.
Has
don't stick.
anybody got a wide-brimmed hat we can be putting on him to hide that one weird eye?
I had a big straw farmer set that I had. So
That'll do. Let's put
Really
that on you,
low.
too.
really low.
Oh,
You
my
can look
God.
like just a dumb hayseed that's carrying around somebody he just beat up.
I'll
That
be
sounds
like,
perfect.
I'll be Lenny from In Mice and Men.
I
Yeah,
don't know what the hell you're talking about. What the fuck's a Lenny?
we already did that bit.
We already did that.
Yeah, we did.
Get it together.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we get into the city. I
So
say
I'm going to go to the first one and be like, do you know where the constable is? We'd like to be getting
we're
paid
trying to get to
for,
Pythor.
Shut the fuck up. I know what we're doing. We have to put on a ruse there, dick. We have to pretend
So you
like
just
we
walk
know.
up to like the first guard.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to the first guard and be like, we found these 2 fellers, and I think they're wanted. You want to be we're looking to collect the bounty. It will be a flat-out lie, just so you know.
I was just saying,
Give me a
can we just
deception.
ask where the Temple of Pythor is?
That's a 13.
That's a 13.
Yeah. I really feel like deception Should be a lot higher with my charisma score.
You didn't put ranks in it.
That'd be the answer.
Huh?
That'd be the answer. Did you had your proficiency in 2? Because are you proficient with it, or
Oh, I am.
Oh. Oh, health
did
ed.
Uh,
you roll like shit?
Yeah, it was a shitty roll. I made the
That's
mistake
it.
of
That's your answer then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Just
this
use
guard
the-
like looks at
Use
you.
the initiative and do. I still got one more. Can I use the inspiration you gave me?
Yeah.
I got,
mean,
this
if
is
you
my
want to.
last one. So what do I add to that? Is that a D6?
You would roll your d20 again.
Oh, that was fucking garbage. That's a 5.
Uh,
So
I'm gonna say what my companion means is we have 2 charges to meet the justice of Pythor, and that's the truth.
This is the truth.
in hindsight, it sounds way better when you just put it like that.
You always did prefer to
What's their
embellish.
crime?
Attempted
They attempted to kill the
injustice.
Oracle.
You see his eyes like widen a little bit.
Oh, this truth thing is
Um,
kind of easy.
And then like he goes, oh, one second.
Above my pay grade.
And he waves over and a small detachment of like hoplites move in, and you notice one of them upon his like breastplate seems to have some sort of officer's insignia, and he goes, what's the issue?
We have 2 prisoners here to meet the justice of Pythor.
And the one that was just talking to you, he's gonna be like, yes, they you said they attempted on the Oracle's life?
Well, they attempted to kidnap her at least. And killed 2
He's
of her.
just gonna kind of like,
And killed
this
2
is
of
what
her
I'm dealing
attendants.
with.
And killed 2 of her attendants.
And
It appears they were working with the sea hag who was working with Sidon, and Pythor's requested to mete out judgment by his own hand.
would you by chance happen to be the heroes of prophecy that rumors have been swirling about?
Well, I guess that's what we're supposed to be. Caitlin over there, she says that that's supposed to be our path, but we really just slapped around a water weird at a hag right now and killed a big pig.
You forgot
Yes.
about the poor, yeah.
We are the
That's what I
heroes.
just said.
He's
We are the
gonna
heroes
like
of prophecy.
I mean, that's
straighten
what-
up
yeah,
a lot
sure,
and
yeah.
go, we will take care of them. The king wishes to meet with you all, if you would come with me.
Hold on one second there, please. And I want to turn to the group and be like, I kind of want to take him, kind of want to be taking him to Pythor ourselves. Like, they don't need to be keeping these fellas, don't you think? I think we should probably take them to the king ourselves.
Didn't you say
right?
that? Didn't you say that Pythor is the king of Astoria?
Yeah.
Pythor is the god king of Historia. Yes.
It makes it real easier when they consolidate their leadership under God and King.
But,
Well,
we can bring them along since Pythor is...
yeah, but they just said they were going to take
Um,
them.
If that's what you wish, that is fine also.
If we have a meeting with the king, Mox and
Okay.
I will be discovered.
I'm
Well,
not
they keep
gonna
saying we're
hide with
heroes
this,
of-
though.
They keep
I
saying we're
will-
heroes of legend, so I mean,
Don't.
like, Shouldn't they be expecting?
Akmos, I will defend you with my life.
I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'll defend your weird ass too.
We have spilled our blood in combat together. That makes us brothers.
You remind me of a guy, this lady I used
his,
to hang out with that just talks so fucking strange.
Guest friendship, if that's your concern. You will not be harmed within the city.
Hold on, can I ask you a question while you're sitting here talking about Heroes of Legend? What does it say about us?
We already heard the prophecy once at least.
No, I want to know the group composition. Like, what do the legends already say? Just for my own hubris and ego, if you don't mind.
You are a dragon lord of old, I believe, based off description.
That I am, a quite striking one, I'd like to pretend.
And, he is, the great ox of the sea.
I mean, that's now how I'm going to talk about him, because that's pretty awesome for a word. For a nickname.
The
other
he looks at Akmos, and, like, you can see he's a little worried. But you're also, again, twice as tall as him, and currently probably look a lot buffer trying to hide your arms.
Oh, yeah.
So he goes, I believe he's the one who, has gone against Sidon from even his own people.
Oh, so what does that mean? I'm looking for a very clear description here.
A Cyclops who's gone against Sidon is the basic description.
So, okay, perfect. So, there's no really worried about being discovered there, is it? If everybody already knows you're supposed to be what you are.
He's quite large, and I can see one eye.
Right, but he can let them other arms free and just walk about all carefree now.
Yes,
what about
should you so wish.
What about the last one? I'm just curious.
I would also like to hear.
Yeah, right?
He has, people consider him much more of a mystery. No tale of where he comes from, but with the arm of crystal and the heart of gold.
Gold.
Heart of gold. I mean, okay, that's fine. Tell the ladies he's got a big crystal shaft as well. So anyway,
I will tell tale of this should you wish. He's very off, but like he's scared of you guys.
All right,
because they don't have a lot of information on you. If that wasn't super clear, and he's going to continue saying like you slayed the boar, and now from the sounds of it, you freed the oracle.
Right.
Yes.
I just want to know like the level of discretion we have. But if they're expecting that we've got this Minotaur and a Gygax with us, that it's just going to lend credibility to our claim of being the heroes of legend. So,
sounds
I
like
guess
you
we're
can
off to see
stand
the
up.
king now, right?
Sounds like you can stand up straight, Akmos.
Right. You don't have to be hiding. I mean, you could keep wearing the poncho if you want, you giant fucker. But all right.
It does
Come
look
on, let's
amazing.
go. All right, off to the king. Come on, let's get your big crystal dick self into the palace there, sir. Fucking weirdos.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I mean he'll lead you guys up through the living quarters. You're gonna get kind of a show just for simplicity's sake.
Akmos, you can probably put those people down now. We don't need to have you hiding anymore.
Up into the Agora, which I can't move the map for you guys.
Brandon.
If you want to do that, but I will kind of like give you guys. So you'll go up through like there.
Ooh.
Now I need to readjust my whole map.
We got a little parade going on.
Okay. And then, so yeah, you guys are. This is basically going to be the market stalls, I believe. And then you are going to go kind of like the ruin alley and lead up into the king's palace.
Oh.
And let me find that. And you're immediately led like through it too. You can see the once great Astorian palace loom high over the city. Large windows let in copious amounts of sunlight, which fails to chase away the gloom that seems to have settled over the place. As you walk the halls, you notice evidence of the court's past glory in the forms of precious artifacts dating back to the First War. Extravagant tapestries show tales of Astoria's history and King Pythor's grand adventures. Though, you notice, there doesn't seem to be any recent additions in the hangings. And then you are led immediately to what you can safely assume would probably be like the grand hall to meet with the king. And the guard kind of like turns and looks to you all and goes, is there any form of introductions you would like? Or...
No, I think we got this. Thank you.
I care not for pomp and circumstance.
No, I don't know about
the. Just let my father know that his son has come home.
That's actually
he's going to
probably
like
good.
look
That's-
at you.
maybe. So he needs an introduction. But,
He might need one, but
Yeah, he definitely needs an intro. You could say the prince has returned. Yeah, do that. Oh, that'd be problematic. Hold on a minute. I have an idea, and I want to turn to Mox and say, why don't we give him the 2 prisoners, and we say he can kick open the door and say, Father, I come bearing gifts, and throw them on the ground. I mean, that's flashy as fuck. I like that. Would that be problematic?
If you want, you can kick the door and I can throw them in.
Oh, let him do both. He could do it with them horns kicking out and everything. That'd be awesome. Maybe I'm just saying what I want to see.
as always, Theophilus, your flair for the dramatic is undiminished.
It makes a good story, I'm telling you. But anyway, Mox, it's your show. It's your father's house. How do you want us to proceed?
We will go before my father, and we will follow the customs of his kingdom.
So we're not kicking open the door and throwing the prisoners in. Well, all right.
This is my daddy. This is what he do.
Right, you're calling him daddy, but you can't say, Father, I come bearing gifts. It's your house, your show, sir. I'll follow your lead. As you're doing this, I'm casting prestidigitation on you to, like, clean all of your shit up so you're, like, as shiny as fucking possible. While I'm talking, I'm trying to do it without you noticing.
The horn's immaculate.
Yeah, like, can I do, like, sleight of hand to see if he notices any of it? Like,
If you want to secretly do it, yeah.
oh, yeah, that's what I want
Give me an
to do.
opposed perception.
Your hair has never seemed so luscious and silky and smooth.
Fucking 10, baby.
I have a 15.
So,
So
Wait, you
for
got a
your sake,
10?
I pretend like I don't see it, and I'm just like, you know, looking anywhere else aside from like where you're like, and I'm like, oh, look at that, you know, like.
As you're like, ooh. Okay.
all right.
And the the captain is gonna kind of go. So, you would like very basic introductions then? Yes?
I don't need one at all, but Mox most definitely does.
No one knows who I am anyway, so I don't
Yeah,
care.
I'm okay with hiding in the background.
The king is expecting us.
Yes, he is. We were sent to look for you, really. So you are expected.
You did good job.
So we found you quite fast. Thank you.
Okay, is it customary to tip if they do really well? I don't. Do you tip?
No,
Do you want a tip? Here, take a tip, and I'll give him 5 gold pieces. Yeah,
Jesus.
tit,
he's
good.
gonna look at it and he's like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if that's customary, but it feels like it might be a good idea.
Feels right. I don't know why.
Feels right. I don't know why.
And he's gonna start to open the door, and then he's going to go, now presenting, and then you just see a goblet fly and hit him in the face, and he is out cold on the ground.
Oh, it's-
Oh my gosh.
Well, at least he got the 5 gold tip for his concussion
What
there.
direction did the goblet come from?
From inside the room.
Is this customary too? Do you have to be throwing around drinking equipment?
And you're
Do
gonna
I have
hear,
any of that?
shut up. Just come in.
First and foremost, I grab the goblet from the floor, and I come inside.
It's a very nice goblet. So while you're in there, you see this grand room, which has a throne on it and a number of statues, leading into the hallway, or leading from the entryway down to it, all of which appear to be statues of the 5 gods on each side. And then you also notice a man in full armor, wielding a spear, and he keeps swinging it at the statues and coming just close enough to what would have been a blow to knock the head off or disarm it if it was holding something, and then swinging around and hitting another one. You also see a very scared attendant with a number of goblets and a pitcher. And he is staying away until he gets summoned, because he doesn't want to be near the spears. And then the figure who's swinging the spears just goes, so what is it now? And he doesn't even stop.
Father, I've come home. I've brought gifts.
He stops mid-swing.
What did you
And he
call
just
me?
sits there for a moment. He's not looking at you yet. He has his back and he just goes, and then he turns towards you.
As he does, can I do prestidigitation, make a gust of wind, make his hair ruffle, so he looks
Yeah. He gets the wind
The
blowing.
wind blowing, so he looks more majestic.
There's just randomly 2 doves that come in.
Right, just disappear.
Come on, he's not a druid. That'd be druidcraft.
Walk
where were you
John
keeping
Woo
the
style.
doves?
Yeah.
Shut up.
So yeah, you give him that like gust of flowing wind, and he's gonna immediately look at you, Mox, and go, "Is it really you?"
And I'm going to take the guy I've got like over my shoulder, and I'm just going to like throw him to the floor. And I'm going to come forward to my father, and I'm going to kneel.
I'm gonna kneel from the back. I don't know if I'm supposed to.
So you walked up to him and did that?
Yeah, I walked directly up to him, like within spear length. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I'm showing no fear. I'm just like going straight to my father, and like, you know, for me kneeling before him because I'm on the larger end of like the medium-sized creature thing. So
Yeah.
you know, he's a big guy too. So you know,
Yeah, I was like, he's physically imposing too.
Yeah.
So question, are you looking down as you kneel? Or
No,
up?
I'm looking directly at him.
You're looking at him. Okay.
Mhm.
You see him drop the spear, and then he kind of grabs you, like, on the sides of whatever cloth he can, and just kind of picks you up to, like, stand up.
My baby boy. Sorry.
And he is going to say, "You owe me no such garbage. And you see it's like in his throat. And he's going to drop to his knees and go, You have not even met me. And you, in my darkest hour, have not only given me hope, but you and your companions have given me a little bit more power with your offering. So, as long as it does not interfere with the other oaths that bind me, I swear to you the same oath of service that you have been subjugated to.
I'm gonna whisper to Spiros.
But
Be like, I didn't see this kind of thing coming.
I must ask a favor before,
There it is.
though I am undeserving.
I'm gonna lean over and be like, "There's always a but."
Yeah, we're right back on track right now, it seems. I'm kneeling this whole time. I'm copying whatever Mox is doing, so, like, I don't know the rules.
Oh, Mox got told to stand up. And,
Oh,
like,
well.
it would have been forceful if he didn't go with it. I must ask that you save your half-sister before she is forced to be killed.
Where is she?
Sidon has laid claim to her for sacrifice.
Oh, speaking of sacrifice, what about these two? Can we sacrifice these two if it's helping you? I mean, just an idea.
I don't know who they are, or...
Oh, they work for Sidon. We caught them at Versy's place. I thought we prayed about it to you. Or the augury told us about it.
Oh.
Yeah, we're here so you can pronounce judgment on them. Oh, and about your daughter. Yeah, I'm down to help it.
Perhaps if you all negotiated with the Order of Sidon, we might be able to change this.
So why?
Like, just to be clear, when you say negotiating, do you mean like word negotiation or like negotiating and I like summon my spear and like do the pantomime of the jab?
Oh.
Like, what kind of negotiation are you looking for? Aggressive negotiations or more of the, verbal kind?
I mean, I would... be partial to either, but... and Caitlin's gonna kind of speak up. But it wouldn't be best to upset the Order of Sidon any more than they already are.
The words first.
Could we trade these 2 servants for my sister?
What has them so upset?
He's gonna wave over the attendant and just immediately down an entire goblet, and he's going to go. They say Sidon has ordered a sacrifice, a human sacrifice of my daughter, Honora by name, that she is to be chained at the Rock of Estor and left there overnight.
And
Like a drowning sacrifice.
No, there are basilisks in the area. They would.
I
And
fucking
why-
hate basilisks.
And why is it that he can tell you who and can and cannot be sacrificed?
Okay, I got a question, just on the timeline. From my time, 500 years ago, Sidon
Okay.
was a big deal. Is Pythor after that time?
Pythor is after that time.
That's what I thought. So I'm not.
The five gods emerged right at the beginning of the Oath of Peace, which is like almost exactly 500 years ago.
And I was already off the
and-
book.
Yeah, you already had disappeared.
Okay.
And you did not see their emergence when you had left. The dragons were even still around.
Okay. So I
For a
don't
little
even
bit, the
understand.
dragons disappeared shortly after you, and then that was when all of the remaining dragon lords actually went out as a final attempt in battle.
Okay.
And then none of them came back, but the Oath of Peace was returned and initiated.
Okay. So
and
I
just
don't even
before
understand.
that, the five gods had been around like maybe 5 years, kind of like turning the tide.
Okay. So I don't even know what domain he is or like what he oversees. I just know he's a god, and don't understand anything about the hierarchy between Sidon and him or any of that. Right?
would you have questioned it with everyone talking about him being like the God King?
Well, since my knowledge is like 2 days old, I don't think so.
Okay. Then you
'Cause I
don't
think-
know what he's the god of.
But I do understand he's a god.
Yeah, that would have at least been said on your walk there.
Okay.
And if you
So-
didn't go, hey, what god, because you legitimately don't know,
Yeah.
then you wouldn't know.
Okay, so, sir,
Hold on.
Pardon my-
What did Spiros just say before that out of character explanation? Quick.
I asked why I believe I said
How
why,
he can do it.
Why can Sidon specifically ask for your daughter?
And at that, he does like take the goblet, smash it on the ground, and shout out, "That damned oath of peace!"
what is this oath of peace? Because yeah, I had the same question. Like, aren't you a god? Like, aren't you supposed to be? What is your domain anyway? Like, I don't know. This is
Battle.
all. So, what you're telling me? This oath of peace has essentially shackled a god of battle to where he is now having to do what the god. And no disrespect, but you now have to do what the god of the sea has to tell you. That seems. I'm very confused as
not-
to how this happened.
Everything. He cannot just tell me what to do.
But how does this oath of peace seem to keep you from just going in there with swords a swinging?
It gave us the opportunity for 500 years, as my sister explained it, to build up our power. There was some prophecy that we would fail should we continue on our current path.
So it's more for like it's more like I'll lay down my sword for future generations. Am I understanding?
Yes.
And then Sidon,
And-
is it my assumption that Sidon kind of violated it to some extent, and you're still bound by your oath?
He has not violated it.
Like towed
Neither
the
of
line
us
like really
can.
close?
None of the gods can.
Well, wouldn't
But-
taking your daughter be a violation?
Because he is going through what would be termed proper channels. He is
he's always
given
been a
his
goddamn
right to
bureaucrat.
demand sacrifice.
Fucking
He
dodgy
has
bastard.
named his sacrifice, and if... Oh, hello? Am I still live?
Yes.
Yeah, you're here.
Okay. All my screens freaked out for a second, and it said new audio device detected.
At a very particular moment of gravitas, too.
Yeah. I'm a little annoyed. But he's allowed to say who he wishes for sacrifice, and he cannot be denied his rightful sacrifice as per the oath. I also think this is wrong, but I cannot interfere.
Just saying. Just another question,
I'm
and
just
again, no
going to
disrespect.
point out.
And if
Couldn't
I
you do the
tried
same
to.
thing? Couldn't you be like, well, you want to sacrifice my daughter? Well, I'm going to sacrifice your daughter, and just go back and forth.
no,
I would like to say that I took no such oath.
Nor did I. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I took no oath as well. And, to be fair, I have a particular love of fucking with what Sidon has.
Then, should you interfere?
It would be very, very gleefully would I interfere. I think I speak for at least one half of our party when I say
do
fuck
anything
that.
about that. You are free agents.
Oh, yeah, wink, wink. I got what you're saying.
He said this was going on at the Rock of what now?
Estor.
Estor. Okay, thank you.
Do they already have her?
And he... No. But should I not offer her? There are centaurs readied on the steps.
Where at
I would
hearing
protect
the
her
centaurs,
life
where-
and lose that of my city.
So the centaurs, where are they from?
They are, well, I'll say it. They're from the steppes, north
Oh,
of the mainland.
that's a
the
little
island
problematic.
centaurs.
Yeah, the main portion of the continent.
No, so they're not my centaurs.
No.
So they're there to make sure you put out the sacrifice, but they're not there to make sure that the sacrifice doesn't happen.
If you found a way and she survived to the morning, then technically we would have fulfilled our portion, and the gods deemed her worthy to live.
How closely is this sacrifice monitored? Because, I mean, we've got two fellas right here that are facing justice. Couldn't we just dress him up like your daughter if nobody's looking like really, really close? And then just let shit happen.
Well,
I mean, that's kind of poetic where he sacrifices his own people.
I cannot guarantee how many eyes would be on it. If you bring up the map real quick, can point it out for you guys.
Sure.
Go down, and right there, like parallel to the gate, if you want to zoom in over there, there's like a circular rock in right there, Rock of Estor
Move
in
it
the
up.
river. So you can see it's like it's not public, you know. Anyone could potentially see it, but it's not like there's some grandstanding thing
So
for it.
is the sole danger these basilisks of which you speak?
As far as I know, we've cleared statues and we have seen them on occasion around the rock, but ultimately many people have not seen the act as it happens at night. It would be harder to see. But we have a few nights should you need to.
When is this
I have-
sacrifice to happen?
I have to do it before the new moon, the next full moon. So
When
we
is
have
that?
but a few days. 3.
How many basilisks are we looking at? Like, those are the things that turn you to stone, am I right? Or am I confused with another creature?
You are indeed correct.
Fuck, I hate those things.
I don't know how many there are.
So, if they were, like,
If you-
taken care of, would the sacrifice be, like, kaput? Like, oh, I can't do it. Sorry, they all dead.
Well, unless Sidon sent something else, yes, killing them would work.
Can you
Sounds like
just...
we're going on a basilisk hunt, gentlemen.
fucking fuck.
Caitlin's gonna kind of speak up, and she's going to say, it was already mentioned you could negotiate with the Order of Sidon, potentially not even have to...
Well, we'll
Yes,
do that.
but-
We'll use the first day for that, and then after that, we'll just.
That's
Dude.
why I asked if
No, go ahead. Mox is talking there. Be quiet.
That's why I asked about these two servants, if we could just exchange them for my sister.
It's potential, personally think. You have a captain, or like, he's of some significance. It's possible, I think, but you would need to talk to the Order. And Pythor speaks up and he goes, they have, his name is Gaius, I believe. He's in the castle.
Like this castle.
Yes, somewhere. And with
I look
that,
to, one of the servants or whatnot, and I say, bring him forward.
the attendant kind of like looks at you, and then like looks at Pythor, and he just gives a. And then the attendant like sets down his like tray of drinks and like runs off. And
Note, just to the DM, I'm keeping the goblet he threw. I'm putting it in my backpack, and it will be one of my new weapons. I'm calling it the Goblet of Desolation.
okay,
All right.
it's a simple weapon. Goblet of Desolation, excellent.
It took that one guard out with a fucking single hit. Like, this is.
I mean,
it's a
they got
magical
battle
item.
through it.
It's true.
A god threw it, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So the attendant like comes back after a moment and like opens the door and goes, Gaius of the Order of Sidon, and then he gets pushed out of the way as this man walks in.
Ew.
Ew.
Looks like a dweeb.
He's a little bit of a dweeb. And he's actually given. Do you guys want to stop right now with the introduction of him, or continue on a little?
I have 15 minutes, so.
That's why I'm asking.
We can continue on a little bit longer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm super
bit
invested
longer.
in this story right now.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Gaius is going to go. And why have you so? And he looks at the four of you. And did you bag the men as described?
Oh yeah, there's one. It's like he's got a very prominent he's got his emblem of Sidon. He's on his knees, bound, but he's still got the bag on his head. Sock on his head.
And then the soldiers just the one that got thrown a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And He'll look at them and go, What have I been summoned for? As he kind of like rests his hand on the sword at his side.
I think you might know already. Gaius, was it?
Yes, Gaius.
Well, I believe we may have someone of interest to you. They've been found guilty of a crime. I'm gonna pull the sock off of Brachus's head. He's still gagged.
Brachus. What has he done?
He murdered some acolytes in service to the Oracle and attempted her kidnapping.
He attempted to kidnap our Lord's daughter. I see why you have summoned me. Such betrayal cannot be tolerated.
Can I get an
He is
insight?
shooting daggers at him.
Can I get an insight, please? Even though
You
my
may
wisdom
get an insight.
sucks ass. Come on, give me a good roll. Nat 20.
Give me 1 second. I gotta pull up his stats.
I'm not even him, but like I can tell you exactly what he's thinking. He's thinking two things. One, how dare these motherfuckers get caught and not have the dignity to die before getting here? And two, he's about to shit like a steel elevator cable because he knows he's in deep.
Oh. Damn, not high enough, buddy. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I don't even need your total.
It'd be 21, but I got it at 20.
Okay. You're pretty sure that he's full of crap. Yeah. Like, I mean, you already knew that, like, what had happened. The whole time he had the, like, for God's sake, he still has the, like, captain's emblem that he had on him.
Yeah.
When you captured him, they all had shields depicting the Order of Sidon. The same shield that Gaius is holding.
Yeah.
It's like they're both wearing badges for the
So
same event.
is
They're
this guy like his commanding officer, sort of like,
Gaius,
or are they like same rank?
off the air, it sounds like Gaius is like the commander of the Order of Sidon.
Yeah.
And this guy was like one of the lieutenants.
So his people got caught, and now he looks dumb.
Yeah. It would be a pity if the people were to discover this transgression, would it not?
Indeed. What appears to be a rogue sect must be taken care of. Would you give them to me for
I would
proper
propose a
interrogations?
trade. I would propose a trade.
And what sort of trade do you propose? We hold none of your men.
Sidon has ordered the sacrifice of my stepsister.
Ah, Nora.
You could hear him be like, "Fuck!"
You,
Just screamed, "Ah, fuck!"
Shit! What do I do?
HR's gonna hear about this.
we cannot just change the will of Sidon as such.
You speak for the Order, do
She
you
is
not?
to... Yes, but a sacrifice must be had. We could not deny Sidon his rightful sacrifice.
No one's talking about denying him a sacrifice. I'm just talking about
Maybe
changing
a
them.
different one.
Yeah.
Pythor is going to speak up, and he's going to say, what about the 50 ox that I already offered? And Gaius is going to look a little peeved.
Just a little bit.
And he's going to go, well, if Sidon accepts this, it will be, but we would need to seek his guidance in such a, he looks at Brecca, delicate matter.
That is fair. May I propose that we shall keep watch on these two while you tend to your god, since it's possible you may have traitors in your midst.
Indeed, there would certainly be some that would wish to silence him. He may stay in your more than capable hands. And I will be able to give you a more solid answer tomorrow, after I have beseeched the Lord of Storms.
Very well. Shall see you again tomorrow.
I shall take my leave, and then he turns and leaves.
So, Lord Pythor, do you have a place we could be?
We're putting them under our personal watch. Regardless of where we keep them, he is going to attempt to get rid of the problem. He is going to attempt to get rid of the problem before tomorrow.
Oh, for the love of the gods, why do you make everything so fucking difficult? He's got to have a dungeon somewhere in here.
They may have a dungeon, but I recall...
So we're going to
recall the situation of a certain traitor dragon lord by the name of Jephophiles Epsteinicus, who was not able to come to proper justice before his trial.
Wow. I can't believe you brought
DM?
Yes?
I would like to be shown to wherever sort of cells or dungeon he would normally keep these people, and then I would like to be locked in with them.
Hold on, we could take
We'll
turns.
take watches, Mox.
Yeah, we could take turns and stuff. You don't have to hide in there with it. And be all, like, we are a group, for God's sakes. Should we all lock ourselves in there with them?
Only one of us no longer needs sleep.
Yeah. See, that's where I was going. We could have this guy staying. Oh, I'm sorry.
If need be, I can be the last line of defense in the cell with them.
I will join you, Mox.
You two
need
are
no
fucking
rest.
stickers. Fine, I'll go with you.
You should be outside the cell. You can actually...
Yeah, that's fine, but still, I wanted a bath and a nice bed, and now I'm gonna be sticking in a dungeon with you two fuckers, making sure this shit happens. You two are right assholes. But
would you like things to be done the right way, or do you think would you prefer
I fucking get it.
that debacle repeated?
No, I get it. I don't have to like it to go along with it. You fucking assholes. Let's go put him to this goddamn dungeon. Akmos, you coming with too? Hide downstairs and make sure nobody touches these two bastards.
Yeah, I think as much pride as Akmos has, I still don't think that he feels comfortable like leaving the party in this environment. I think all this talk about the Stormlord being a piece of shit, I think he still recognizes being associated with it, so I think he wants to stick with the party as best as possible.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Mox, lead the way. We're following your lead on this one, but you don't probably have to stay in there with him unless you really want to.
Just in case there's any sort of funny business.
I mean, don't you think it'd be easier if you were on the outside? Because I think normally how dungeons work, doesn't the problems come from the outside once the bad guys are inside?
That is always the assumption, but does not mean that there will not be any sort of trickery afoot.
Oh, or what if they try killing themselves in there? We need,
Remember, we are dealing with
sense.
a god.
And now that god's going to be pissed off with these two. So they might try to do something to themselves. Should we tie them in there naked? Like that, take all their stuff with them. Just leave them in there with like a loincloth and that's it. And they can freeze their balls off. Figuratively, not for real, but...
Wouldn't hurt.
Right.
Perhaps.
But with that,
preparation will be for next time.
We're
Right.
on time.
Join us as we strip two dudes against their wills. Nerds of Lich.
I don't think I want to be associated with this stream anymore.
Join us as
That's the breaking point.
There's just a couch inside the cell, and then they sit down and they're all like, "So what are we doing here?" And then like 4 other guys in like white are just like behind them. It's like, oh no.
Join us as Will.
Astoria Special Victims Unit.
Dun dun.
Yep. All right.
Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you again on Monday.
Yep.